We continue with the fourth chapter of the book of Chronicles, Divrei Hayamim. Of course, we're still in the genealogy. Bnei Yehuda, Peretz, Chetzron, V'Charmi, V'Chur, V'Shoval. We go back, children of the sons of Yehuda, Peretz, Chetzron, Carmi, Chur, and Shoval. V'Ra'aya ben Shoval hulidet Yachat, V'Yachat hulidet Achumai, V'et Lahad, Ela Mishpachot Hatzarati. So the families, what's called the Tzarati. V'El Avi Eitam, Yisrael, V'Yishma, V'Yidbash, V'Shem Achotam, Hatzelel Poni. So these are the sons of the father of Eitam, and lists their names and the name of their sister, Hatzel Poni, which is a mouthful. Upnuel Avi Gedor ve'ezer Avi Chusha Ela b'nei Chur b'chor Ephrata Avi Beit Lechem. Pnuel is the father of Gedor and is the father of Chusha, and these are the sons of Chur, the firstborn of Ephrata, the father of Beit Lechem. Okay. Ula Ashur Avi Tekoa Yushtei Nashim Chela v'Naara. So the person who founded the city of Tekoa, two wives, Chela and Naara. Of course, we have many cities, many cities. Many men back then had at least two wives. Vatel lo Naara et Achuzam v'et Chefer v'Teimni v'et Ha'achash Tari ela b'nei Naara. Naara had some children. Achuzam, Chefer, Teimani, Ashtari. These were the sons of Naara. Uvnei Chela Tseret v'Tzochar v'Etnan. The sons of Chela were Tseret, Sohar, and Etnan. Okay. V'kotz holidet Anuv v'etatso veva u'mishpachat achar Chel ben Harum. Okay, so Kotz, the father of Anuv, right? Vayihi ye'abeitz nichbad me'echav. So now we mentioned all of these children of from the family of Kotz, but in that family, the most esteemed, the most respected was Yabeitz. Later on, and Jewish history will have Yaakov Emden, Ben Tzvi, rabbi in the 17th century. He became, so he's known as Yabeitz. His father was the Chacham Tzvi. The Imo Kara Shmo Yabeitz Lemor Ki Yaladati Ba'otzev. But his mother called him Yabeitz, which is a play on words. You just switch the bet with the tzadi for the word otzev. I bore him in pain, presumably with some sort of difficult birth. A similar thing we have when Rachel gives birth to Binyamin, we call him, that she calls him Ben Oni, the son of my affliction. Now we don't, so it seems he came out. It was not an easy birth for his mother. And here we see, will tell us a little bit why he is the most respected. Vayikra Yabeitz leElohei Yisrael lemor. Yabeitz called out to the God of Israel, saying as follows: Imbarech tivarcheni v'hirbita et gvuli v'haita yadcha imi v'yasita meira'a levilti atzbi v'yavei Elohim et asher sha'al. He said, God, can you bless me? And can you enlarge my territory? Will you stand by me and not make me suffer pain from misfortune? And God granted him what he asked. And this is, a little bit surprised. We don't have it here really in this book up to this part. We just have the genealogies, the names, and here we have a person who we have a whole prayer for. Yes, he's requesting material success, but he wants to use it for spiritual growth, right? There's lots of midrash about him, but it's he had a hard birth, but despite the difficult start, he is noted for his prayer for spiritual aspirations, and that's one of the ways, of course, of measuring a life is not so much of where you get to. What you do in your life and how much you accomplish is based upon where you start. The difficulty came in with the difficulty. We don't know if his mother died in pregnancy. We don't know if she was angry at him. Sounded like it from the name, but he became seemingly at this point a great person. Continuing verse 11. Uchlu v'achi shucha holidet mechir hu abi eshton. Ve'eshton holidet beit Rapha v'et paseach v'et techina abi ir nachash ela anshe recha. So here we have somebody, the city of the guy who founded the city of the snake, the city of Nachash. I don't know where that is. We have a character, Nachash Almoni, during the time of Shaul. Nachash, the snake, leader of the people of Ammon. Uvnei Knaz Otniel, Usariah, Uvnei Otiel Chatat. The son of Knaz were Otniel. We met Otniel. Otniel is the first of the Shoftim in the book of Shoftim. There's no leader who is chosen by Yoshua to succeed him, and the Jews ask, what should we do? And Yehuda will go up first, and the first leader who helps them when they have trouble in that cycle of the book of Shoftim is Otniel ben Kenaz. Continuing Pasuk Yudal, verse 14. Uma'o notai holidet Ufra, Usariah holidet Yoav, Avi ge Charashim ki Charashim hayu. Here we have notai, gave birth to Ophrah. Of course, there's a place in Israel named Ophrah. We don't know if that's where it started. Sarai gave birth to Yoav, the father of Gei Harashim, so-called because they were craftsmen. They were great craftsmen. Uvnei Chalev ben Yefune, Iru Ela, V'Naam, Uvnei Ela, Uknaz. So here we have, of course, a very famous person. We just read about him. We're in the middle of reading the book of Bamidbar, the best of the spies. The spy who really stands up with bravery, with gumption, with strength. We talk about 10 bad spies and 2 good spies, but Yoshua was a little wishy-washy. He doesn't stand up. The one who really stands up and says, we can do this, God will give this to us, is Kalev ben Yefuneh. And he has some children, Iru, Ela, and Naam, and the son of Ela, Kenaz, Uvnei Yehalel, Zif, V'Zifa, Tirya, Ve'asar El. So the sons of Yehalel, we have Zif, Zifa, and Asrael, right? And that sounds a lot. This is the second wife of Kalev ben Yefuneh. Uven Ezra, Yeter, married ve'Efer v'Alon v'Tahar to Miriam, that Shammai at Yishbach Abi Eshtemoa. Here are the sons of Ezra and their names, and again including the name of a daughter, Miriam. V'ishto haYehudiya yolda et Yered Abi Gedor v'et Chever Abi Socho v'et Yekutiel Abi Zanoach v'ela b'nei Bitia bat Paro asher lakach Mared. And his Jewish wife, his wife was from, not just Jewish, from the tribe of Yehuda. He had these children with her. And then there are also sons from Bitcha, the daughter of Paro, whom Mered married. Now right, of course, the daughter of Pharaoh is a very important person in the Tanakh. The daughter of Pharaoh stretches out her arm, gets and takes in Moshe. Here she's called Bitya or Batya, and it's right. She's originally called the daughter of Paro, but she becomes the daughter of Yud Hey. That is to say, she becomes the daughter of God. So, okay. So, if that's the way we understand this. Uvnei Eshet, okay, 19, Pasuk Yotet, Hodia, Achot Nacham, Avi Ki'ilah Hagarmi, Veshtoma Hama'achati, sons the wives of Hodia, sister of Nacham, and their names, Uvnei Shimon, Amnon, Virina, Ben Chanan, Vitilon, Uvnei Yish'i Zochet, Uven Zochet, the sons of Shimon, and Amnon, and Rina, Bnei Shela, Ben Yehuda, Avi Lecha, V'la'ada avi ma'resha u'mishpachat beit avodat habutz leveit ashbeah. The sons of Shelah, sons of Yehuda, and we have their names. And that's interesting. This is Shelah. Shelah was supposed to marry Tamar after and Onan both died, and Yehuda, of course, sends her off to go home and says, "I'll call her when you're ready." His name is Shelah. Sounds like Shelah, hers. But we see he has a child, and unlike his brother Onan, who refuses to have a child, so he won't be named after his evil brother we see here Shelah does name a child for his deceased brother We don't know if he names we don't see a child here named Onan, but maybe he was seen as as worse or something. Continue verse 22. V'yokiim va'anshe chodeva v'yoash v'saraf asher ba'alu l'moab v'yashuvi lachem hadvadvarim atikim. We have Yokam and the men of Kozova and Yoash and Saraf who married into Moab. And Yashuvi Lechem, the records are Atik, they're ancient. Hema hayotzrim v'yoshvei nitaim u'gedera im hamelch melachto yashvu sham. These were the potters, the yotzer, the potters, creators who dwelt in Nitaim and Gedera, and they did the work of the king. And so much of this book is about the king. Talked about it, getting to Yehuda. We're going to see mentioned of the tribe of Shimon now, but getting to Yehuda, getting to the Davidic dynasty, talking about the Davidic dynasty, talking about the temple. So here we're showing people's connections with the service of the king, specifically with the, in service to the Davidic dynasty, Davidic family. Now we have the sons of Shimon. You might ask why the sons of Shimon. Well, Shimon sort of was absorbed their territory into the tribe of Yehuda. So maybe that's why they are mentioned here. Bnei Shimon, Nimuel, V'yamin, Yariv, Zerach, Shaul, Shulam beno, Mivosam beno, Mishma beno. So, right, we're going through different generations. Uvnei Mishma, Ramuel beno, Zakur beno, Shim'i beno. 3 sons there. L'Shim'i banim Shisha, Asar, Uvnot Sheish. Shimi had 16 sons and 6 daughters. Let's hope he had more than one wife. Ulachav ein banim rabim v'chol mishpachatam lo hirbu ad b'nei Yehuda. His brothers didn't have many children. All their families were not as prolific as the families of Yehuda. Ve'yeshvu Beersheva u'molada v'chatzar Shaul. They lived in Beersheva, Molada, Chatzar Shaul. We certainly know where Beersheva was. Uvilha. Uve'etzem uve'tolad, Bilha, etzem, tolad, uve'tuel, uve'chorma, uve'tziklag, Betuel, Chorma, and Tziklag. We have different cities. We have Tziklag, of course, mentioned with King David. Uveit markavot, uve'chatzer susim, uve'veit bir'i, uve'sha'arim, eila arehem ad meloch David. And this is the list of their other cities in the southern, a little south of the territory of Yehuda, before King David reigned. V'chatzerehem, Eitam, Va'ayin, Rimon, V'tochim, Va'ashan. Arim Chamesh, together they had 5 villages. Eitamein, Rimon, Tochen, and Ashan, B'chol Chatzarem, Asher Sivot Arima, Ela Ad Baal, Zot Moshvotam, Vahayat, Chisam Lahem. And they also had these villages that were around the town as far as Baal, and these were their settlements. And this is where their genealogy was. This is where they were from. This is where their children, Mishovav, V'Yamlech, V'Yosha ben Amatzia, Mishovav, Yamlech, and Yosha, the son of Amatzia. The only other Amatzia we know is, of course, the king during the time of the First Temple period. It doesn't seem like it's the same Amatzia, because we're talking about the tribe of Shimon and not somebody who's a direct descendant of David. And I think it's also a little earlier historically than King Amatzia. Pasuk Lamed Hey, Yoel v'Yehu ben Yeshiva ben Seraiah ben Asiel. So Yoel, Yehu, son of Yeshiva, ve'el Yoenai, v'Yaakova, v'Shochaya, v'Asaya, v'Adiel, v'Shimiel, u'Vinaya. So we have names of a number of different people. One name that's most familiar in there, the name Vinaya. There's Benaya ben Yehodia, is great warrior of David and Shlomo. I do not know if it's that same Benaiah. Ziza ben Shif'i ben Alon ben Yedaya ben Shimri ben Shemaiah. Ela abaminim b'shemot nishsiim mishchotam veit avotem partsula. These mentioned by the names were chiefs and their families, and their clans increased greatly. So we're not giving every single name of every person from the tribe of Shimon. These are the leading families. Vayalchu vo Gedor ad lemizrach Hagai levakesh meiro elitzonim. They went to Gedor, to the eastern side of the valley, in search of pasture for their flocks. V'imsu meroesh shamein v'tov haaretz rachavat yadayim v'shoketet v'shelva ki mencham hayoshvim sham lifnim. They found rich, good pasture, and the land was ample. It was quiet and peaceful. The former inhabitants were from the family of Cham. And so they're going in the direction of the Dead Sea, not all the way to the Dead Sea, I would imagine, but going in that direction if they're going east. That's exactly how you go. Is it Route 40? Is it Road 40 where you go down from? Is it from Beersheva that you then go down to the Yam HaMelech today? Ve'avohu eila haktuvim b'shemot b'mei Yechezkel melech Yehuda ve'aku eto aleim me'unim asher nimsu shama vayachrimum ad hayom hazeh ve'yeshvu tachteim ki mir'eh letzonam sham. These names are recorded during the days of King Chizkiyahu, and so they go also and they wipe out the Menuim who were in this territory, and they settle there forever because they want the pasture for all of their animals. Umehem min bnei Shimon halchu lahar seir anashim chamesh meot upaltaya unearaya urefaya va'uziel bnei Yishi birosham. Some of them, 500 of them, went to Har Seir. Har Seir, of course, is associated with Asa. So it may have been by this time the territory of a tribe like Menashe, but that's what we associate with. And they go to the other side of the Jordan River, presumably. And they went and they destroyed the remnants, the remaining people of Amalek. Amalek, who we know, of course, was not completely destroyed by Shaul, and that may be a little bit of a knock. We saw that in Tehillim in different chapters, right? One way of making the Davidic dynasty look great is to show how the previous dynasty, that of King Shaul, the many mistakes that he made. So we have a chapter here, just a lot of names. Interesting that we have Shimon mentioned here, and I guess the only sort of surprise highlight here is this Ya'abates with his tefillah, asking God for help, which we haven't seen anything like that really up to now in this book.